Damn it. Hey guys, MRG here with episode 4 of my Bloodborne redo Let's Play of Redux. In the last episode, we made our way through the sewers, spoke with the girl at the window, and climbed a crap load of ladders, which is why I named that last episode Ladder Jatter, because it was just me talking most of the time and climbing ladders. The titles kind of suck. The title kind of sucks. I'll work on my future ones. I mean, some of them so far have been pretty decent. So. I was gonna do some grinding off screen, but I forgot to do that, which sucks. But we're level 20. Here's what my current stats look like. Mostly in strength and a little bit more in vitality than endurance. Not exactly where I'd like it to be at this point, but hey, this might make the upcoming boss a bit of a challenge, more so than it already is. Before we continue on, I want to switch around my equipment right here, because for the upcoming boss, which will probably be this episode, you want the tiny music box and some Molotovs. At least in my opinion, this makes this fight a little bit more tolerable. So we're gonna go to Sentry Arnhem. Straight up the bridge, lantern. The bridge lantern is completely useless. That's like the least useful lantern in the game, since you don't really need it. It's not really useful for much other than getting back to the bridge really quickly, but honestly this other one that I'm using is better anyway, since it's right near like 3 shortcuts and you don't have to run through a bunch of strong enemies to get to it. There's only like a few enemies in there. The only enemy you really have to worry about are the trolls, and they usually leave you alone once you run to the elevator that we got last episode. Real quick, I want to move my tray over here a little bit closer. And the reason why, if you heard me say it earlier, the reason why I said damn it is because I forgot that I was eating cereal, so now that's going to get soggy since I don't want to eat that in video. I'm just going to avoid these dudes. I don't really want to waste any of my items. And again, they leave your ass alone when you get there, so bye bye. Unless if I'm mistaken, I don't think I've ever had those guys follow me this far to the elevator, so we're good there. So this bridge is a bit cool. I really like this bridge, and in a way it could actually be used as some decent grinding because of what's about to happen. Just run. Give it a minute. Come on. There it is. Oh shit, I don't think I did it a little poorly, but yeah, that thing comes down and crushes these dudes. Actually, yeah, never mind on the whole grinding part. 300 for all those enemies is complete shit. It's not really worth it. One of those werewolf enemies we fought, the Scourge Beasts, they drop about the same. And just one of them do. So we got a brick troll and a shield guy. The shield guy is pretty much worthless. Just deal with the brick troll. I was clicking the freaking button. What the fuck, game? Really? 5 episodes in and I'm already dealing with BS. Seriously, I was dodging, but the game was just like, nope, 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 nope. Fantastic. Already used up some of my Quicksilver, which kind of sucks. I forgot where this ladder takes you. Let me check this real fast. I don't think it's really that crucial, but... Oh, right. This takes you to right behind the pig. Okay. Remember this for later. Trust me. This makes that pig a lot easier. One thing I think I've got to mention, if you use a R2 charge attack behind an enemy, you can actually stagger them, which is really useful. I don't know I don't know if all enemies are affected by it, but the Man-Eater Boar is definitely affected by it, because that's usually that's usually what I use to take it down. Man, the years haven't been very good on Miss Piggy, haven't they? Okay, so this is where you need to be kind of careful. There's a lance dude and a giant tree saw dude, and they can hit like a truck. So I think I'm going to use one of my 10 Molotovs here, just to do immediate damage. There it goes again with me pressing my button but not registering shit. I did not mean to shoot you twice. Oil urn, ooh, and some blood vials. Oil urn can be kind of useful for the boss, but not really going to use it. Oil urn is a consumable, throwable item that's basically like a Molotov, except it does no damage. I think it does a little bit of damage actually, but it makes it so your next fire-based attack does way more damage. It's good, but honestly, I don't like relying on them. If I'm not mistaken, you did get a few earlier before you fought Cleric Beast. Yeah. If you looked around, you would have two of these with you. That makes the Cleric Beast a little bit easier. I kind of forgot to mention that, sorry. But I tend to not rely on it because Cleric Beast tends to jump around a lot and you can easily miss your tossables, your throwables. So in here, in this graveyard, is the next boss. Let me get my little window here into the game. This boss is so far the easiest boss in the game in terms of just HP not being that high. Technically speaking, this is the first official boss in the game, required at least. The Cleric Beast is completely optional. I tend to do that one first because I like to get the Kirk Hammer as early as I can, just so I can have a little extra oomph. So this is called the Tomb of Odin, by the way. If you guys didn't see the name, I don't think it popped up on the screen. This guy will have 2,000 HP, drop 3,000 souls. That's not really that crucial. Yada 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 yada. All his resistances are pretty damn standard. He's mostly weak to fire, so if you have Molotovs like I do, you should be good. Make sure you have the music box, as this item actually staggers him for a few seconds if you use it throughout the fight. Use it max 3 times. If you use it more than 3 times during his first and second phases, he will automatically go to third phase and be a lot more aggressive. So do not use it more than a third time, alright? When he is in his final phase, by the way, you can use it 1 additional time, but it will not work after that, so use it wisely. And after this, the music box is completely useless, so it's not even worth having as an item after that. He has 3 phases. Well, 2 phases technically, but it's basically third phase. And most of his attacks could be interrupted in phase 1 and 2. The only one you have to watch out for is the scattergun burst. He has like his own blunderbuss, so just avoid that attack. The rest could be pretty much avoided or interrupted. And during his final phase, 2 of his attacks are interruptible. His downward slam and his combo attack. I'm not going to say the rest of that because I don't want to spoil phase 2 if you guys haven't seen this boss before. So I'm a bit nervous because this is a fairly tough fight, especially for new players. I'm not a new player, but I have lower stats than I typically have at this point in the game. I'm typically around level 25. I'm only level 20 right now, so let's do this. Oh, and his resistances for basic damage are all the same, so you could use any weapon you want. Blunt, sharp, piercing anything. I'm gonna be sticking with my main man here. So enjoy this awesome cutscene.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner than later.
Okie dokie. Oh shit, here we go. That's the attack that you can't interrupt. I'm gonna top off just to be safe. I'm gonna use the music box once right now. Keep in mind that it takes a few seconds to kick in, so there's a delay between using the music box and being able to reset.
What's that smell?
Phase... Oh shit, is he going phase 2 yet?
The
No.
sweet
Okay.
blood.
There's phase 2.
Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
That was dope, not gonna lie. I don't mind taking a hit there. I don't think I'm gonna use it one more time, just to be safe. Phase 3, okay. This is where it gets challenging. Sometimes. But as you can see, he was staggered for a long time in that. So I am pretty much, yeah, taken down pretty quickly. Not my best attempt at him, but pretty fun. So now we got the Odin key, the new lamp, so let's light that puppy up. And we're done with Century Arnhem. Believe it or not, this is the last major area in Century Arnhem that we can do. At least, I think there's like one other area that we can do, but I might be mistaken. Regardless, let's head over this way. God damn it, there we go again with the regardless, but moving on. Drop down here, and this is the brooch we needed to get for the daughter, which means this is the mother, and she was killed. And yes, Father Gascoigne is the father of that girl. So we're gonna head back, probably to Hunter's Dream real quick, just to go speak with a girl real fast. Because this sets up a side quest. We're now open to a new side quest there. So we're gonna go do that very quickly. I think once we beat Father Gascoigne, we actually unlock his set over here at the insight thing, so that's possible. I'm going to be purchasing it because it is a good set. Yep. So yeah, I'm buying this all. This is a really good set in my opinion. At least magic-wise, okay, maybe I won't equip it. Well, that's good. Gives me more thrust resistance and arcane and bolt. Don't really need to deal with magic much, but I do like the look of this one more than what we have on, so I'm going for that. I'm definitely liking that a little bit more. Sure. I just don't like the hat. So we're going to keep what we have on currently. So we are basically 3/4 of a Father Gascoigne. Minus his hunter axe. I mean, by the end of this video, we do have access to the hunter axe, so technically speaking, yeah, I'll be Father Gascoigne. So now we got the new Tomb of Odin. This one is a pretty good warp point, so we'll be using this one maybe once or twice. I don't know where to warp. Tomb of Odin could be useful. Central Yarnum. I just have to get to that gate. That gate is over there. Okay. We're gonna run through Central Yarnum. Just because this video has been pretty short. Hold on, where's my video? There it is. 16 minutes. Yeah. So we'll run through Central Yarnum to the girl, finish that quest up, and then end the video off. So today is going to be a bit of a shorter episode, but there is another video coming up for you guys, so don't worry about that. And the quicker I end this video, the quicker I can get back into my cereal. Which is probably soup by now, but still. I'm going to switch to the fur camera just because this is a lot more agile than what I currently have on. No, this is. If you're curious, throwable items like pebbles and oil urns, I believe, do more damage depending on your strength stat, but it's only like 1 or 2. It's not even that useful to know that. I'm just gonna run for her. Honestly, these guys don't really track you that much. They're not that mean. Yeah, you can see. Well, that guy shot me, but I'll take a gunshot to the ass rather than a herd of, or a mob of crazy people chasing me. This guy will actually start chasing you if you go a little further, so we're going to take him out. See, that's what being interrupted is like. Suck on my dick. Okay, sorry. I have some memories when it comes to that dipshit. Also, if you guys are curious, bottom right corner, I have made the webcam a little bit bigger so you guys can see me better since I was like kind of tiny. I only increased the size by a little bit, a setting up. There's only like 4 settings in that camera mode, so it's not that major, but can't really like adjust it as well as a lot of people could if I had a better recording software, you know.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Still can't find my mum.
Do not give. Trust me.
Yes. Okay. I can wait. Mum knows I'm really brave, and you're very. I won't be afraid. I'll be a good girl. Hello, Mr. Yes. Mum, I won't be.
Well, I needed to heal anyway. I forgot. You have to actually destroy the red brooch. So use the red brooch. Yes. Red blood gem. We'll check out that. We'll check that. We'll check out what that is later. Can I speak?
Yes. Mum knows I won't be afraid.
Right. I'm a freaking idiot. You have to go to the next area and speak with the NPC before you do anything. So we're going to head back to the Tomb of Odin. I don't know why I forgot that. I guess it's just kind of easy to forget since this probably happens more than I kind of think it does. Sorry, brain fart. Let me drink something real quick. Sorry for that slurp. Odin. People are gonna be like, I bet you never even played this game. I have. I just forget a few things once in a while. Relax. Not everyone has the perfect memory, you know. Yeah, this is why the Father Gascoigne was a required boss. You can't go into this game until you get the key. If I'm not mistaken, this is like legitimately the only chest in the game. Like one of the very few chests you actually get in the game. Blood Gem Workshop tool. Yeah. More lore for you. Okay, hold up. I'll pop it up on screen. The Brigand Ward Spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame, it makes my head shudder uncontrollably. Not an enemy.
Very good, these hunts of everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely, not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts, none of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about them, tell them about this here Erden Chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell them to come on over. If you wouldn't mind. I know, if they seem...
Something I realized that's really cool about the Saw Cleaver, a YouTube channel by the name of Man at Arms. I think they changed it a while back, but it's basically Man at Arms. Made a real version of the weapon using a freaking railroad track. Freaking insane, man. It was a cool ass video too, man. Just check it out. It's so awesome. Man at Arms was a YouTube channel I used to watch a lot back in the day. Haven't really seen them in a while, but still, they're pretty damn cool. So this is one freaking thing I really wish they did for this game, and makes it so you could... I really wish you were able to freaking quick travel between the lanterns instead of having to go back to the hub every freaking time. It gets really repetitive. Would have made things a lot more smooth. I think Dark Souls 3 definitely did way better when it came to its quick travel system. Say what you want about Dark Souls 3. Personally, it's my personal favorite. I just loved it. The DLC is amazing. Everything about the game is amazing. I just love it. I mean, it has its flaws, but I don't really want to get into that right now. I haven't played the game in a while either, so my memory of it isn't the freshest. But if I have a Dark Souls itch, I always go for 3. Dark Souls 1 is amazing. Dark Souls 2 is not really one of my favorite games. I don't really care for it that much, honestly. And 3 is my go-to. I need to do another playthrough of Sekiro. Sekiro I only played 1 time. Well, technically twice. So, I kind of want to go through Sekiro again at one point. Which I'm kind of worried for because the combat in that game is definitely a little bit different than the combat in this game. But I'm not saying that's going to be a Let's Play in the future in any way. I probably won't be doing Sekiro. I love the game, but I don't know. I don't think I'm the right person to play that. Plus, I suck at its mechanics. Terribly. I was gonna just go like, I don't want your shit, but it's blood vial, so I can't complain on that.
Hello, Mr. Hunt. Still... Oh, okay. Isn't there something maybe Mum and Dad are stuck waiting for me to come and find them? What do you think, Mr. Hunter? Yes, okay. Thank you. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad. Thank you. I love you.
So yeah, now that you told her about the Tomb of Odin, that continues her quest line, and we're gonna be heading back to the Tomb of Odin. But before that, since we're at Hunter's Dream, I'll show you guys the new mechanic. Wow, only half hour. I thought that was like a 20-minute process of me getting screwed up and having to backtrack back to her like a third freaking time. Probably get a level up or two. For the most part, from this point on, I'm going to be doing leveling up and other stuff like that off screen, so you guys don't really need to see that. The only time I'll really show anything on screen is when I'm equipping gems and whatnot. So we'll show you that real quick. So now we have blood gem fortification, fortifying weapons using blood gems imbue weapons with special characteristics. As you can see, this just adds a little extra damage to our weapon, our saw cleaver. It's not a major boost, but the rally potential, by the way, is the mechanic where if you take damage and you see that orange bar, when you attack the enemy back, you gain that back. That's what rally potential is. It's not that good of a gem. I actually had this better once, so I'm a little disappointed, not gonna lie. But it's our only blood gem so far, so we're going for it. Repair weapons. Actually, can I upgrade? No, I cannot. So we'll do some quick weapon repair. There we go. So that's done. Let us head back to the Tomb of Odin. So, Cathedral Ward is the next major area in the game. We're going to be doing that next episode, so don't worry about that. Tomb of Odin. We're going to be heading to the Manator Boar for finally. So the Manator Boars are, again, really tough. Their attacks are really strange in that they can be really fast despite how they look, and they can belch poisonous gas. At least I don't think this one does it, but other variants that you'll meet later in the game do. And whenever they move, their body basically becomes a giant hitbox. It's like one of the very few enemies that do that. I think it's like the only enemy that does that, actually. So just be very, very careful when it comes to the dude. One funny thing is sometimes when this giant thing hits the boulder, it gets hit by it. You get caught on it or something and it just like flies back in a really dramatic way. It's super funny. So quietly sneak up on the dude. And Bazinga. That is the easiest way to take this thing down. It's just way easier to do that. We get a blood vial and the red messenger ribbon, as well as the Saw Hunter badge. And some cold dew. So decent rewards overall. For those who are wondering, the messenger ribbon is the red ribbon that that girl wears. So it's pretty much fact that that boar killed the girl because she went the wrong way. I don't think you'll be able to get it if you give her the red brooch. And if you want to give her the red brooch, go ahead. But personally, I just use it for a little extra power in my weapon, so... So, with the Saw Hunter badge, we are now able to buy the rest of the starting weapons that you could have picked from the beginning of the game. So you could get the Threaded Cane if you really want to use that. You can get the Hunter Axe if you really want to get that. Personally, the Hunter Axe isn't really one of my favorite weapons, but I'll just buy it to show it off a little bit. Oh, and also the repeating pistol. Actually, the repeating pistol is new, different. The repeating pistol's hella good if you're doing a skilled Blood Tinge build, but I'm not going to be using it. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm going to be saving up for the Hunter Chief Emblem because you actually really need this weapon for progress. So we're going to be waiting... Actually, it's only 1,000. Yeah, I'll buy it, the Hunter Axe. You can also buy the Saw Spear, which is nice. The Kirk Hammer is from Cleric Beast. So you can buy any of the weapons you really want now. Out of all 5 of these, I would recommend the Saw Cleaver, Saw Spear, Hunter Axe, or Kirk Hammer. The Threaded Cane is good, but honestly, it gets really crappy at points, and it's just better to have a much better skill-based weapon. As you can see, the Saw Spear and Cleaver are basically the same weapon, just one has a little less damage, but is skill-based. More damage per second. So yeah, that is decent progress so far. I'm going to be grinding up the 10,000 blood echoes off screen just so I can get the emblem chief. The chief emblem, if I can actually speak. So yeah, good video today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in a few moments for episode 5. Yeah, episode 5. So, see you guys then.